turn this into this. I am the Great British Chocolatier and you're watching Chocolate Plus. Hello and welcome to another episode of Chocolate Plus. My name is Mark, aka the Great British Chocolatier, and I did a boo-boo. I did a whole spiel about melting the chocolate, adding some pumpkin spice into the caramel, and I don't know what happened. I don't think I hit record, but I can't undo what I already did. So imagine this. I have dark chocolate here. We use Sweet Tooth Fairy meltables. They take out the cocoa butter, replace it with the veggie oil so there's no tempering. We put it in the bowl, 30 seconds in the microwave, stir, put it back in the microwave. Of course, you don't put the fork in it. Put it in the second time, stir, put it in the third time, and then it gets melted. With this, I had some leftover dipping caramel. This is about almost 5 ounces here. And I just put in a teaspoon of pumpkin spice, so it tastes like pumpkin spice. And what we are going to do is, is start from here. So none of this, turn this into this, because I don't know what happened to I was not on the right page. Anyway, so in here is dipping caramel with pumpkin spice, pie spice, and we have dark chocolate here. I have these really amazing, they're called breakaway bar candy molds, 4 little pieces you can see there, and they're going to break away because they're obviously 4. And pick these up from the confectionery house. I'll leave a link in the description. Their prices are very, very reasonable for the quality, which is amazing. Not a sponsor, but if they want a sponsor, you're more than welcome. But $2.99, between $1 to $2.99, $3.99 per mold, and depending on, this one has 8 molds in here. And oh yeah, I can't undo what I already did, and I don't really make it all over again because I don't always have the product at hand. And I thought about doing something different, but we're gonna get there. Tis the season for pumpkin spice as we transitioning from the end of summer into fall, and pumpkin spice is still the spice of the season that goes all the way through into November. So, without any further ado, we have our molds. Now, technically, you can use any mold that you have. You could even use ice cube. We've got it here. You can even use an ice cream tray. Of course, I wouldn't fill them all the way up because that'd be pretty big. But you can use an ice cream tray, an ice cube tray. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Okay, so let's get started. We have our mold, which we're going to be pouring in our chocolate. Now, we're going to be filling these up. So whatever mold you're going to use, you're going to fill it up to the top. And if you want to use a piping bag, that's fine too. But we're just filling them up. A bite-sized mold is what you really want to use. And as this is a breakaway, you've got 4 little pieces in here. And then we're going to tap it out. And by tapping it takes out all the air bubbles that's in the mold. It brings all the air bubbles to the top. It also helps fill in all the nooks and crannies of the mold. And I'm gonna need my scraper. I should have been ready for this, shouldn't I? I'm sure the comments up above my head will certainly be saying a few things. Alright, so tap these out like so. You can use a scraper if you want. But we are going to be dumping this out because we're going to create a shell. All right, so we've got the pumpkin spice, and then simply going to do is turn it over and gently help it out because it got warm, not warm. Look at that. And we're just going to gently tap it all out like so, and we use a scraper to scrape it off like so. And I'm going to use another fork to scrape off this here. Use a knife if you want. Tap it out a bit. Okay, this has to set. I've made a mess. So I'm going to sit this in the fridge for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to be putting in our pumpkin spice. So I'm going to fill up another one, and we'll be back. Off to the fridge. This goes to the fridge too. Okay, we are back. And we have our molds here that are set. So we have these. Put these up here for now. We're going to fill those with the where'd it go? We fill. Everything's moved about. Because that's good. I cleaned it up. We're going to fill that with this pumpkin spice caramel. This is the chocolate that we took out of the mold, and what I do is put it back in put it in the fridge for a minute, and then it can all go back in. And we're going to melt it again. So, in fact, nope, let's not do that first because I've got a fingers and thumbs today. Alright, let's get a clean sheet. A parchment. He's all over the place. Does this guy know what he's doing? Has he really been working with chocolate for over 10 years? I really have. Alright, so we've got our parchment paper, we have our chocolate ready, and we have our dipping caramel that you can buy in tubs at the store. And what we did, we added in a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. This is about 5 ounces here. So we're just going to warm that up a little bit, 15 seconds. I put it in the piping bag because it's easier to control and you can pour it into the mold. And we are going to put it back into the refrigerator because I find even though it doesn't get firmed up at all, it's a whole lot less looser, and this is a little hot, so you put it in there for too long. I don't want you to burn your hands, but the gloves give a bit of protection. And all we're going to do is just pour in one little layer like so, and then not too much, and then we're going to give it, oops, and then we're going to tap it out because it's loose, it's gonna flatten out. He says that it didn't. Oh, so that's one. And now the second one. And it really is simple. 1, 2, 3. And you can just put the camera, go this way. Let's do this right. Help you out. But this is going to be covered in chocolate, so even if you see those ripples here, you're not really going to see it in the finished result. And you don't want to go too close to the edge. If you do, that's fine, but you want to give them just a little taste. Caramel, sweet caramel, and the savoury pumpkin spice, and tap it out. Now, if you tap too hard, it's going to jump out the mold. So, let's put them back in, like so. And making chocolate does require making a mess. It's all going to be cleaned up at the end. You're not going to see much of a mess up. So don't freak out if it falls on the counter, it spills on you. It's all good. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to leave these to air firm up in the bed. They really don't get firm enough in the refrigerator. So let's mount this. Same process, 30 seconds each time, and you're going to stir. Now this stuff is really good. And if you want to test, oh, perfect. If you want to test your consistency in the pumpkin spice, you like put a teaspoon in, stir, mix it all in, then you give it a taster with a different spoon. If it's not quite there, you're going to put another little bit in, and you're going to be putting it bit by bit until you think that it's got the spice level that you want. So as far as how much, how little, is really on your taste buds. You used to be able to buy pumpkin spice already in the dipping caramel. I think Concord made it. Oh, no. And that was really good, and then they stopped making it. And so I had to make my own. And the first time I made my own pumpkin spice caramel with a pre-made caramel, I put in way too much pumpkin spice, and the caramel got really dark, and it was super pumpkin spicy. I would say it was inedible. Some people might like it, but that was way too much. So put in a teaspoon and test it. You're going to test it and then add little by little as you go. I said we did a teaspoon for 5 ounces. So use it as a gauge. That might not be enough for you. Might be too much. But 5 ounces per teaspoon, I think you should be safe. Alright, so put it in there a couple of times. It's melted quite a good. I just got the chocolate left on the fork because it wasn't completely hard solidified in the beginning. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to cap, it's called capping. We're going to cap the top of these, and so if you want to use a spoon, that's fine. I've got a fork, so that's what I'm using. And you're just going to put a little bit on, and then we're going to just push it out to the sides, like so. So you're really just putting a little bit, and just going over the top of the candy. Trying to push it, I mean, we're going to tap it out again, so it's going to evenly distribute itself. But we really want to make sure we cover the caramel. Now also what I would say is when you're capping chocolate treats, if you do it straight out the fridge, the temperature of the chocolate that's already in the mold obviously is going to be cold. And it doesn't always create a great seal, like the caps can come off. I've had that happen to me before. So I usually would wait a little bit. You know, just so that it doesn't, it's not, it becomes room temperature, the chocolate. Alright, I'll fast forward this and I'll be back in a tick. Okay, now that we did that, again, now we're going to tap it out to smoothen the bottom. Okay, so now that those are done, I'm going to clean up a little bit here. So that we get nice, neat squares. Now I just messed it up. Alright, let me stop because I just messed it up. So, these go into the fridge for about 8 to 10 minutes and we'll be back when it's all done. Okay, we are back and everything is set. And so it's time to take them out of the mold. And you see here, you see where it's lighter and you see it's dark. That means it's still kind of stuck to the mold, but they should just pop out by gently pushing down on the mold, like so. Nice and free. Yep, that's good to me. And then it's oh. And the others that are ready to pop right out. So let's just take these out. Like so. And then they get washed. And we want our famous red tray. And we're just gonna look, I mean, look at this. Absolutely exquisite. I like this breakaway design. It's very nice. I'm a little sticky here. And let's do this. And leave one for tasting. I mean, look at that. Alright, now since this is the breakaway, I should easily just be able to break it. Like so, and just look at that. That's what you want. All that gooey goodness. The pumpkin spice caramel is not overpowering. The chocolate complements, excuse me, the chocolate complements the dark chocolate. Of course, we get the milk chocolate too, and those who have a sweeter tooth, you can do it in white chocolate. But pumpkin spice, definitely, if you love pumpkin spice, these are the soft caramel candy to make. You can use any mold, like I said. You could even use ice cube tray. Obviously, those will be pretty big, so you're not going to fill them all the way up. You can fill them just under halfway. But you can go to the store and buy a mold and try it out for yourself. But there we go. I missed the first part. I couldn't remake or undo what I did. But that's how you make your pumpkin spice caramel bites in a small breakaway bar. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is a good time to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, which will let you know every time a new video has been uploaded. Trying to do once a week. Is entering into more of a chocolate season as the weather gets colder. So I'll be making a lot more chocolate for the vending events that I'll be having outside. So these you can make at home, simple and easy. 1, 2, 3. I thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.